Why the new RuneScape bosses suck.
I'm sick and tired of killing these bosses in RuneScape and having to like build all of the drops now. Whatever happened to, oh, hey, you killed the boss, now you get the drop? Like in God Wars Dungeon, Corp, Zolra, I don't know, just name a few. Forever in RuneScape, you would just kind of grind the boss and then you would get the drop.
Yeah.
And it was fun and it was great. Now, all of the new bosses, for some weird reason, drop the items in pieces. And you slowly have to build the item that you're trying to get. It's implemented, I believe the reasoning is for dry protection. I don't know why specifically. I think that's what a devil's advocate would say, but I fucking hate it. I just finished grinding Muspa. It was so
3
annoying
vinegar
having
shards.
to get the drop 5 times. You don't even get excited for the first 4 because you know you can just go dry on that 5th. Like I did get stoked when I got the 5th one, but I didn't get my first one until 300, so I was pretty pissed the whole time. Same thing at Araxor. I got my first 2 pieces really fast. I had to wait on that 3rd one, and I couldn't get excited until I got that 3rd one. Those first 2 I got spooned, I was like, oh, hooray, this is so happy. I'm so happy. But not really, because I knew I was going to get fucked on the 3rd one, and I did. Now look at me, killing Vardorvis, trying to get my Ultor ring. I'm 1 out of 3 rings. I have no real hope at seeing the drop today. I know I have to put in so much KC to get it. Man. And it's just so weird. Yes, doing drops like this makes it so less people go extremely dry. But it also gives you no hope in getting spooned. And it's just becoming so common.
I don't understand, you guys, the math behind make 1 item 3 item so you don't have much dry. But like, why you don't have much dry when 3 items instead of 1? It easier to get pieces, so maybe less dry than 600 rate, maybe 200 rate for 3 piece. Equal more faster. A 1 in 300 chance of happening is 3 times more likely than happening at 1 in 900. Maybe small number less bad, even when it's same as big number. So 3 small number less bad than 1 big number. I'm understand now. I don't understand why I understand, but I'm understand.
So many items in this game, you have to go get another item to really make it worth it. Oh, for example, I was at Nex, if you've seen my Nex complaining video, because I got the Nihil Horn and I had the ACB. But no, that wasn't enough. I then had to separately go back and regrind to get 250 of those Nihil shards. I was once again slowly building the drop, building the item. It's not really like that when you look at the old bosses. Saracnius gave you the cudgel. All the God Wars dungeon bosses gave you their drop. Corp gave you the shield. I mean, I guess you did have to go get the sigil, but like that's a very small grind compared to. Sorry, you had to get this whatever that 1 shield. You know what I'm saying? Corp doesn't really count. Zolra, all the items. Hispori gives you the bucket. Thermi can give you the occult. Hydra, the leather and the claw. It does not take much effort to turn those into their respective weapons. But when we look at Muspa, when we look at all the Wildy bosses, when we look at the Royal Titans, honestly, Perilous Moons kind of falls in this category too. The items are relatively useless compared to Barrows unless you have the set. Desert Treasure 2. Like, all of Desert Treasure 2. It's so annoying. The rings. The Soul Reaper axe. Desert Treasure 2 bosses are so grindy with, like, such little amounts of serotonin. I just kill these bosses and you're just in for the long haul. There's no spooning. There's no real getting. You have to get so lucky to get actually lucky. I just feel like when you look at like things that have come out recently, Araxor has it too. It's this trend. And I'm not really a fan of it. I would like to say, I mean, I guess I did just, I was yelling for a minute there. The bosses themselves have been so much fun. Like the content Doom, probably do a Doom video soon about how much I love Doom.
I love Doom.
Doom is so great.
I love Doom.
The Araxor fight, so much fun. But like, bro, it kind of makes killing these bosses feel like a job. It has sucked so much fun out for me. I don't know if other people agree. This is how I feel. And like, I understand maybe doing it some places, but it has, like, we've seen a recent uptick of a lot of bosses doing this now, and it's just a little annoying. I will say, I really like how they implemented it at Yama, and I wish we would see more of how they did Yama in other places, where I can go and get my 3 drops. I can get the legs, I can get the helmet, and I can get the top, all individually. That's cool.
Yo, chat, is oath plate drop protected? Like is it like Perilous Moons or whatever? Like dupe protected? No. Okay.
And if I do go dry, I have received these oath plate shards that I can slowly build into my last piece. I think that that's a nice middle ground, and I think they kind of
Oath
nailed it.
shards.
As
You can
see,
make
I'm
a
hunting
piece.
my last piece, but also if I go super dry on this specific one.
Wait, that was my idea, and everybody said that was a bad idea. Like if you go dry, you get like a certain amount of tokens, or you get an 8 token if you go 1 times dry, and then if you go 3 times dry, you can cash in 3 tokens and get 1 piece. That was my idea.
One, hopefully I have enough shards to just make the last one. I think that's how they should do it if they're trying to do this weird concept. I think that it should be applied to everywhere.
But then everyone told me that was stupid because I was just describing gold on a main. Type shit.
Instead of like this constant building. And I also don't know why something like that can't be retroactively added to my least favorite place in this game next. What if you could trade in all those shards you get for the item you want? A lot of people have a lot of Nihil shards and they're pretty pointless. Imagine if you could build your Torva pieces. If this is the route we're going to go. And I'm not saying that like the upgrade scape is bad. I understand upgrade scape and I think I like it. You need to have Bandos pieces to have Torva. You need to get your Armadillo to fortify your Masori. I kind of like that. I just don't like the 3 pieces to make my Nox Halley. I don't like the 3 pieces to make my Voidwaker. I don't like the 3 golden rings to make my Ultor.
The 3 pieces of the sword for God Wars.
About those, it's just so much of these little pieces that I'm adding together that are driving me insane, bro. There is one more thing that has also just been pissing me off. Actually, like, I'm really fucking pissed off. This one really affected me. This new thing where for an item, for example, the Araxite Fang, it has no value if you're an Ironman if you do not have an extra Zenite for it. You can literally do nothing with it. I have 3 Araxite Fangs in the bank. Okay, no, 1 I turned into a Rancor, but I just have 2 sitting there. It's so cool that I got spooned these massive drops. I can trade them to my main. I could convert them into bonds. I could put them in a desk coffer, but no. For some weird reason, and this is a new recent thing, with the Araxite Fang and the Doom of Makawaddle cloth, you have to have a Zenite for it to have any value. Any value. I'm not going to go get any more Zenites. These things are just going to be pointless in my bank, and I guess it's to protect the value of them or whatever, but I don't care about main accounts. I'm an Ironman. I don't give a fuck about them. I'm playing the game how it should be played, and I don't want to be punished. This is just an outright punishment for being an Ironman. If I was a man, I could just go buy a Zenite and boom, oh yeah, I got a drop, but I'm not. So these are just going to sit in my bank until, I don't know, I do a bingo and I'm like, hey guys, I'll go get the Zenites. It's just so stupid. That's really got to go. I understand the dry protection to some degree, and I guess you could have some argument about that. Dude, no, fuck this new thing. I need a Zenite for everything now. Imagine if you were an Ironman and you previously death's coffered your Zenites or you traded them over or something. Now I have this weird hoarding thing where I'm hoarding everything in my bank because I don't want to get rid of it because I don't know if Jack is going to make me need it again. Anyways, that's all I've got to complain about today. Once again, if you think I'm wrong, I will fight with you in the comments. I will stand by what I said. Check me out on Twitch. I'm live almost every single day.
Oh
Subscribe
my God.
because I'm sure I will have a new rant video soon with something else that has really pissed me the fuck off. See you later.
Dude, I don't know why. I don't really understand what he's saying because I haven't got to this part of the game yet and felt the frustration. But I just love listening to T-Papa be mad about shit. I just think it's funny. I don't really have a take on anything, but I still will always advocate for irons to be a little bit more like mains while still being irons, which is why I want that bronze man mode. But it could be something where if you're getting dupes on an iron, that you can use them as currency towards maybe getting the item that you actually want from that boss. as part of dry protection, but it would have to be way, way more rare if you go. It would have to be for like if you go at least 3 times dry or something like that. Anyways, it's not a well thought out idea, but it's something. And most people would just say no. So I would like it, but I understand why people maybe wouldn't.